So the other day I was scrolling Reddit on the r/nihilism subreddit, as most normal people do, and I came across this post. Now, this is a quote from Emile Cioran, which is, I guess, a forefather of nihilism. And I mean, it's an interesting take, and we can talk about its validity in a second. But what struck me is that people in the comments of this post were taking this at face value, right? Agreeing with this. And I did post kind of a troll of comment saying that, I was saying this, right? So I received a lot of downvotes. I did not understand why I received so many downvotes because I thought it was a pretty funny joke. Apparently, people were taking this quote dead seriously. Like, they were taking it dead seriously, like this is the final truth of the world or something. And the subsequent replies to this comment definitely prove that. Now, what's interesting to me is this specific comment that argues about the profoundness of this statement by giving an example of like people having kids. So he's implying that if people truly understood this, they would not have kids, which is not true. People have kids for these reasons. What I noticed is that these people are, I don't know, is it subconscious or is it conscious, linking suffering and despair with wisdom. So, for these guys, wisdom and being mature is living in a constant state of nothing matters in a nihilistic void, basically. And justification is you have seen enough suffering to now really see through the lies of the world. Okay, uh, is it? Is it though? Because these guys say that life is meaningless, everything is meaningless, and thus they tend to use this meaninglessness to justify not doing anything. Right? This is basically destructive nihilism, right? Line of thought is nothing matters. Why should I do anything at all? Not gonna do anything. This is their thought process, which is, I think, in a contradiction in itself. Because what is not doing anything? You're saying if everything is meaningless, then why not choose comfort? I'm saying don't choose comfort because comfort is meaningless too, right? If you truly believe that everything is meaningless, then comfort is also part of this world, and that's also meaningless. So you ask me if anything is meaning if so, if the world is meaningless, then why get out of bed? I'm telling you, if the world is meaningless, it doesn't matter if you get out of bed or not, according to you. So just get out of bed. Why? Because I think we can agree you would prefer to not live in a constant state of everything is meaningless and nothing matters, right? If you could. Now, some people might argue that they would not want to, right? Because they have seen through these lies, the matrix or whatever. I mean, if you had an option, I'm asking these guys, if you had an option to live a fool's life, right? There's quotes saying that fool's life is a happy life. The person who does not think too much is the happy person. You would probably choose it over ever pondering about nihilism at all. Probably. So, my argument is this: get out of bed, work out, stay hydrated, get proper nutrition, socialize. I mean, worst case scenario doesn't matter. You're right. But best case scenario, you slowly start to change your mindset. Now, I kind of understand why the people who relate suffering with with profoundness or despair with wisdom do it because they have suffered a lot, right? I'm not talking about the edgy 14-year-olds who think being sad is cool. I'm talking something better than that. So, really, what these guys, I think what's going on is these guys have suffered a lot, right? And when you suffer a lot and you have nothing to show for it, oftentimes the only thing you have to show for it is the philosophy or the outlook that you have developed. And that outlook is usually pessimistic and nihilistic. So, right, for these guys, I believe this is a subconscious state of this is the only proof of all the suffering I endured. And letting go of that is painful. It means you are disregarding all that suffering. You're saying that actually this suffering meant nothing at all. Nothing. That's pretty hard thing to do. So, but I mean, you have to do it. The two options in front of you are when you're on this path is either you choose to keep believing in nihilism or I mean, once you start believing in nihilism, really, there's no going back unless there was a way to magically stop believing in nihilism. I believe most people would appreciate that. That usually happens when your overall health increases. You start to have a more positive outlook on life. Believe it or not, guys, no amount of psychology can change the chemistry of your brain. If your brain does release happy hormones, no amount of psychology will make you feel bad. You will feel happy. And so, nihilism with happy hormones will turn into optimistic nihilism. And that is a better place to be. If you're going to live, you might as well not suffer every second of it. Getting me? So, right. So, if you I mean, if you are choosing the first option, right, nihilism, and you are keep choosing to keep believing in it, you're saying that nothing matters. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to destroy myself. That's one way. But what I'm saying is that if nothing matters, then you choosing to not do anything is also meaningless. It also doesn't matter. So why not take the other route? Because I mean, it has the possibility of rewiring your brain chemicals so that you have a more optimistic worldview. Not getting out of bed, not working yourself, right? Not improving yourself, whining about yourself and the way the world works. That is comfort. That is the easy thing to do. What I'm saying, you should get, if you prove to yourself that you are truly nihilistic and do the other thing, the harder thing. Because if nothing matters, both are equivalent, right? And if you do that, you might magically actually develop a better outlook, right? So that's about it. I think despair is not wisdom. Wisdom is realizing that despair gets you nowhere, right? And you need to get somewhere. You need to stop cycling these thoughts that why do I need to get anywhere in the first place if nothing matters. I mean, in the end, it all comes down to if everything is meaningless, you should rather be happy.